First up, I'd like to introduce one of our co-founders, our board member and member of the policy team, Luke Bruner.
People of Humboldt, today is a great victory for this community, and today represents the future life of our people and our land. The cannabis community has united and has come together to push forward the greater good. What we present to you and what we offer with friendship and with open arms and open hearts is an opportunity to begin regulating the greatest unregulated industry on planet Earth. Today is the day that California Cannabis Voice Humboldt came into existence for, so that the grassroots and the people of this county could have their everyday voice heard and allow prosperity to come for decades upon decades. Around the world, countries go into bankruptcy. Puerto Rico slides into insolvency. Cities and counties around California teeter on the brink. But the future of Humboldt is bright because the farmers and the people are organized. The ordinance that we give to you today is a labor of love and the works of our hands and our hearts. And it does three things. We have fulfilled the promises we made to you in October and November, that we would raise the money, we would raise the time, we would raise the human capital for the industry to take responsibility, to make right the wrongs of the past, and deliver on three promises. That there would be a method for agricultural certification. Cannabis is an agricultural farm product, and we're farmers. That the greatest form of legitimacy that the county government is able to provide to us would indeed be provided, along with strict regulations, that we will have a clear pathway to obtain business licenses just like everyone else. And finally, we lay out in this ordinance, which has gone live on our website as we've stood here, the strictest environmental protections that we can find possible to create, requiring everyone that wants to farm cannabis legally for medical purposes to get their state water board paperwork in order, to register with Fish and Wildlife, to ensure their grading is correct, and to have a written agreement with CAL FIRE, and to get a seller's permit with the Board of Equalization. It's time to pay our taxes. What we present to you is an unfinished product. We come to you in a spirit of unity and openness, and as we did from the beginning, we ask for your help. We cannot do this alone. On July 7th, we will address the Board of Supervisors, and we will lay out a 45-day schedule for public meetings and public comment and public feedback, so you can provide verbally and in writing what is needed to make this the right fit for Humboldt County and hopefully serve as a template for the rest of rural California. Times have been hard. People have been hurting financially. There's no insurance. There's no crop insurance. People are scared. Women are scared. We have issues of domestic violence. We have issues of environmental degradation. But we own those issues and we own the crisis. We are here to participate, to have a seat at the table, to be participants in the public process, and in good faith to go forward in unity together. We've seen bad things. We've all seen the newspapers. We've seen what goes on public lands. Trespass grows on timberlands. And as Assemblyman Jim Wood and State Senator Mike McGuire have said, people that want to do the right thing but don't know how. The future for us to go forward and to do the right thing is through a process of regulation and taxation so that the environmental damage stops immediately. Not tomorrow, today. California Cannabis Voice Humboldt claims now to represent over 1,000 farmers in this community. We regularly turn out hundreds of people at the Mattoll Grange, in Willow Creek, at parades, and at festivals. People have stepped out, and in the words of Harvey Milk, come out, come out, come out. Farmers of Humboldt, you have nothing to lose but your chains and your shame. And the grassroots have indeed empowered the grass tops. We have our local supervisors who we are dedicated to working hand in hand with, who have the wisdom and the knowledge and the leadership to help this community come up with the right solution for everybody, especially Supervisors Estelle Fennell and Ryan Sundberg, who've been working on the committee. State Senator Mike McGuire and Assemblyman Jim Wood, they've both come here. They've brought people here with them. They're sponsoring legislation in Sacramento, and both of them stood on the floor of the Senate and the Assembly and said the farmers that want to do the right thing and pay their taxes and have health care, those are our constituents. The Board of Equalization, Senator George Runner and Fiona Maw have come here with their teams to tour farms and to help farmers get a pathway to taxation and legitimacy. In addition, Congressman Huffman has taken ownership of this issue, invited the Lieutenant Governor to come visit, and he too toured a good and respectable, environmentally friendly farm. And he said something that's taken to heart by all of us. If we don't work to right it with them, people are going to write us out. And we're here to right it with the community today. Finally, a special point of praise and credit and honor goes to three of the hardest working people in this community. Sheriff Mike Downey, Under Sheriff Billy Hansel, and District Attorney Maggie Fleming. They have an impossible job. They don't have a clear book of rules to play from, just like the farmers. And if they said repeatedly, they need clear guidelines, and there has to be clear regulation so we can tell the good guys from the bad guys, the green dots from the red dots. And in a spirit of openness, we say to them today, we're here to work with you hand in hand. There's one thing left for the farmers of Humboldt County to do. One thing to take ownership of your grassroots empowerment. And it's time for the farmers to register to vote. Thank you so much for coming out today. None of this would have been possible without the ongoing and constant dedication of dozens of people behind the scenes that have opened doors for us, had constant communication with us, have allowed us access to experts, have allowed us direct channels to wisdom and guidance. What we have produced is a community effort, and what we hope to see to come to fruition is what will be one of the great triumphs in North Coast history. Thank you very much.